Hello dear students and welcome to EduTap. So guys, I hope your preparations are going well, and guys, as you must know that notifications are just around the corner. I hope you have already started preparing for your NABARD paper. So guys, today it's Sunday and I thought let's discuss a strategy, a good strategy to how to prepare for descriptive English section. So guys, if you can see me and if you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up in the chat box. And don't forget to like the session, guys. It is going to be very, very important. And it would be eye-opening for you how to prepare for such topics. So guys, today we will be taking up an example of the paper that was given to the students in the year 2020. So guys, we'll be discussing the whole paper and what kind of answers you should frame in your paper. That is going to be discussed today. So let's begin the session, guys. So guys, this is the paper that was given to the students in the year 2020. That is last year. So it was quite a surprising paper because the word limits were all around the place. Students were students panicked because they didn't know about the interface of the of the paper. They had to write a long essay in a dialog box, which was very irritating, and students were perplexed because of that. Right. So today we are going to discuss. Let's imagine that this is the paper you get in your actual exam. So how should you frame your answer and how to prepare for it? Right. So it would be a great strategy for your preparation, and it would give you insight into the preparation for your phase 2. Now guys, this paper is 50% of the weightage of your phase 2. So this is very important, and if you do not believe me, you can you can believe the previous year toppers. They would tell you that descriptive English is a game changer in phase 2. Right. So do not make the mistake of losing out in this paper, at least. So we can prepare for it and we can learn how to strategize our preparation. So guys, these were the 5 topics. So guys, I would ask you, which topic would you choose out of these 5 topics? And then I'll share the essays or the material that you should collect before you appear in your exam. So yes, guys, quickly, you've got to be receptive, guys. So let's say if you were sitting in the exam, which of these topics would you choose? First is digitalization and internet should be a right rather than a luxury. Importance of art and music and life. Opinion regarding increase in number of old age homes. Number 4, what is the difference between underemployment and unemployment? And is underemployment more serious problem than unemployment? And 5th was importance of good communication skills. Good evening, Anshu. Welcome to the session, dear. So guys, quickly, which topic would you choose? Let's say you were sitting in the exam right now, and these are the 5 topics that were given to you. Right. So just you can tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which option would you choose to write your essay on? So 40 marks, 400 words. Let's see how you strategize your attempt. Bhargav says he would write about underemployment versus unemployment. All right. Anshu would write about increase in number of old age homes. All right. Srinivasulu would say that digitalization and internet should be a right rather than luxury. All right. So see, guys, everyone has a different choice, right? So writing a good essay in the paper is very important because everybody is going to write on their own. So how to strategize your preparation? Good evening, dear. So guys, now if you have chosen your topic, now think about what would you write about increase in number of old age homes? How would you frame a 400 word essay? Until and unless you have data and facts with you to support your opinions or your assumptions. How would you write about digitalization and internet? Chiti Boyna? No. Do you have facts and data on internet and digitalization? So unless you support your answers with facts and data, schemes, reports, statistics, no, it is going to take very long for you to draft your essay in one go. So Smita says she would write about importance of good communication skills. Very good. So guys, I have compiled a few, a few essays for you so that you can see what data and how to frame your answers in your paper. So let's discuss all the topics, guys. Let's start with the first one. And don't forget to like the session, guys. Don't forget to share it. It may help someone who's preparing for it. Okay, Madhuri says option number 2. Okay, we are going to discuss all. So digitalization and internet should be a right rather than luxury, right? So you see how internet access has created a digital divide. Start with inequalities in the society, the criticalities. With more than 630 million subscribers, India is home to world's second largest internet user base. Now, these are some facts that you should remember, guys. But 51.2% of India's population are not connected and do not have access to basic information and opportunities. Now, people who have access to the internet and are well educated gain from this shift to online technologies to conduct businesses, receive payments, virtual coaching classes, meetings, conferences, etc. But SC and STs, backward classes, senior citizens, and women who are underprivileged communities of our society have fallen further behind in the digital race. Right. Banking. No, it's not related to banking at all. Now, inequalities among workers. The strict implementation of lockdown for months made daily wage earning informal sector workers dip into their little savings to sustain themselves. Now, people who could not go online by the nature of the job that requires in-person presence were rendered jobless. But for the white-collar professionals who are able to work from home had a more limited effect on their jobs and earnings. Now, impact of internet access on education. There are various angles that you could mention there. Very good, Anshu. Very good. That's a good point. We'll come to your essay. Both teachers and students are facing unprecedented challenges due to the absence of physical classrooms and proper digital infrastructure. Though teachers and school administrators have been advised to continue communication with students through virtual lectures or portals like massive open online courses. These led to the major changes of homeschooling, that is the disparity in the access of electricity, internet connections, devices like computers and smartphones. Its effect would be regional, that is rural areas and poor parts of cities are suffering more than the others. Now, effect of internet access in rural and urban area. Now, internet density of urban area is 97.9%, whereas internet density in rural areas is only 25.3%, even though 66% of the country's population lives in villages. Now, guys, when you support your opinions with such facts, your essay looks very informative, and that is what Invigilator is looking for. Guys, if they wanted to just check your English, they would have given you very subtle topics, very static topics. But why are they giving you topics based on current affairs or ARD, ESI, or anything that pertains to your day-to-day life? Because they want to see how updated you are. Right, Anshu? And everybody, guys, so make sure that you collect facts and data beforehand. You must remember such facts and data so that you can write on any topic that you face in the exam. So then what government initiatives have been taken for this? National Optical Fiber Network through BharatNet, National E-Governance Plan, Digital India Campaign, National Digital Health Mission, primary, secondary and higher education learning teaching turned to virtual classes on national broadcaster, right? So this is how you basically have to frame your essay. Now, importance of art and music and life. It was a very subtle topic. Madhuri says she would write on this. So how would you write importance of art and music? So I've collected a few points. Music boosts young brains. Obviously, it boosts learning. Art improves academic achievement. Right, lower income or socioeconomic students experience even greater benefits from arts. Low income students highly engaged in the arts are more than twice as likely to graduate compared to their peers with no arts education, have a 5x, that means 5 times lower dropout rate. So music can improve memory, music and art enhance creativity, music improves social skills. So you can write on these points. Yes, Amisha, you should always end your essay with a way forward or a solution, with a positive outlook towards the situation. Right? Giving a solution is very important. That is what we call a good conclusion, Amisha. Right? Then art and music improves language and reading skills. Art and music enhances critical thinking skills. For a music study, it has been seen that it pushes analytical, logical thinking, abstract thinking, and it helps in all-round development of the student. So art and music build confidence, interpersonal skills, right? It instills discipline. So these are very important points that you can build up your essay on. I could not find many, but this was a very static topic. So dedicating themselves to art and music teaches kids important concepts of discipline. While some kids may show a natural talent in one area or another, the truth is that ongoing commitment and practice is required to improve. By committing to stick with lessons and practicing outside of classrooms and lessons, kids learn discipline skills that will benefit them in many aspects of life. Now, immersing children in arts and music at home through lessons at school and in community provides undeniable benefits that will help them throughout their lives. So always give a good solution. See, Amisha, even this topic would require a good conclusion, a way forward, a solution, how it would benefit. So that is very important. Now coming to third essay, guys, opinion regarding increase in number of old age homes. So people believe, sir, what could we write in this? We would only write, we would only write about the problems faced by our elders and how people are putting their elders in old age homes. But now, guys, listen to this and you can understand what type of essay you would frame. Now, life expectancy has been steadily increasing due to newer medicinal avenues and better living conditions. As per UN Population Fund and HelpAge India, it is estimated that the number of elderly people will increase to 173 million by 2026. The number of older people are increasing throughout the world as individuals grow older. They are faced with numerous physical, psychological, and social challenges. Depression and loneliness are considered to be the major problems leading the impaired quality of life among the elderly. But close to 18 million elderly people in India are homeless. Senior citizens living in poverty are abandoned by their own families as they cannot earn any income. Many a times they are left with no choice but to beg and survive. Many elderly are left alone after their children move to the cities in search of better livelihood. In the last few days of their lives, who will they look up to? So we start with a rhetorical question. Right? Then pilgrimage to hill stations is considered auspicious, but many times under the pretext, children conveniently abandon their ailing parents to suffer on footpaths. Now, the thought of old age homes could be frightening for many of the elderly. So you can discuss, different angles, psychological angle, reality. Then over the last few decades, old age homes have become a haven for people who are handicapped and dependent. Now, finding dignity and independence would be a bit difficult as few old age homes fail to provide sufficient or the kind of care seniors deserve. However, in India, numerous old age homes have sprung across the length and breadth of the country. Sometimes elders live with relatives in old age homes, right? So situations and what are the issues faced by, in reality by people who are actually put in old age homes. So is it good or bad for the life? And should people put their elders in old age homes? If required, then unless it is necessary, then you should. Otherwise, they should try to stick with them. So help the poor citizens who are in desperate need of support. Donate to old age homes to save the poor elderly from hunger and homelessness. Support an old age home to make sure that in their old age, these senior citizens are taken care of. Kind-hearted people can donate to help the old age homes with essentials for daily sustenance and constant medical support. See, again, finishing off the essay with a solution is very important. Right? You should always give a way forward. So this is what you could have written about old age homes. Then fourth topic was difference between underemployment and unemployment, which most of you chose to write on. So let's see what you can write on this. While opposition claims unemployment is on the rise, Niti Aayog presented its report that says severe underemployment is a more serious issue faced by the nation at present as compared to unemployment. It is being said that the work that could be done by a single person is being assigned to two or more, and the pay is being divided, which is leading to severe underemployment in the country. So this is what we call underemployment. Now, unemployment, according to our old age beliefs, is the main culprit of poverty in India. However, the new report is a contrast that could either be misleading from facts or an eye-opener towards changing our views. Now, what are the support? If you are writing points about to support the notion. So going by the report, the National Sample Survey Office, NSSO, which is in charge of tackling India's unemployment situation, is of the view that employment rate is low but stable, and this has been consistent over 3 decades. This is in contrast to the claims of low job growth. Jobs have indeed increased, but growth prospects have been decreasing, which is leading to serious underemployment. Less contribution to GDP. One of the short ways to know growth in unemployment is to know the contribution of the working sector in the economy. Economy is GDP. Statistics suggest that even though firms employing more people have increased in the past 2 years, there is very less contribution to the country's GDP coming from the workforce of the newly employing firms. Now, lesser jobs. Obviously, graduate engineers and IT students are mostly jobless in our country due to the scarcity of jobs. Placement cells are unable to provide them with interview in their core subjects, which forces them to divert to another field in which they are untrained, naive, fresher. They don't get properly paid in these jobs due to lack of experience, credentials, leading to severe underemployment. What compromise they have to make? The future of the nation youth are being forced to compromise with the small jobs that pay peanuts for salary, even though they're qualified to earn thrice the present salary. They are not only discouraged but also strive to meet ends in the meager salary, leading to depression, student suicide, aggression, etc., among the many problems faced by the youth in India. So that was about. Then again, there is a factor about women. It is a known fact that women in our country are paid lesser for the same job with the same amount of educational qualification and experience. This is underemployment. Housewives are mostly either unemployed or work part-time or work from home, which is also causing underemployment in the female population of the country. Not Anshu, not everything has to be written in points. Now you can use bullet points if you are mentioning different, like for example, pros and cons. Right, so when you are mentioning pros and cons, you can use bullet points, but don't number in everything and don't put points in the complete essay. At least you should start with introduction, give a good paragraph, then you can make bullet points for pros and cons, and then you can finish off with the paragraph. But don't write whole paragraph in points. That looks like a report, right? Now, for against, something is better than nothing. Obviously, being unemployed can never be a less serious problem than being underemployed. So you have to discuss both the angles. Underemployed people have something to do at least. They are earning, even if it is far lesser than what they expect or deserve. They are able to make ends meet. Unemployed, on the other hand, goes rogue sooner or later. That's true. Ask engineering students what underemployment or unemployment actually means. They will take up any job in their core field of mechanical engineering, for instance. Even if the pay is just 15 to 20,000, they're willing to take it to add to their experience list. The demand for a few years of experience before they could join a stable company is absurd because there are no openings for them at present. So underemployment could be a serious issue, no doubt, but it can also be said that it is worse than unemployment at any level, because when someone is underemployed, they're still earning and making their ends meet. With unemployment, everything comes to a standstill, right? So this was an essay about underemployment versus unemployment. And last was importance of good communication skills. Now I'm giving you just important points. These are not essays. These are just important points on which you can write on. Correct. So importance of communication skills. So how is it important? Now you have to write complete sentences. Don't write bullet points. When students make this mistake, they tend to write bullet points in place of writing their essays. Correct. I'm just giving you the points to write on. You have to build up the sentences. So importance of communication skills. It is valued in the workplace. Listening to others and showing interest in what they say. Dealing with telephone conversations appropriately. Encouraging interest and interaction from others in your team. Expressing an opinion or asking a question clearly. Being able to persuade others. That is also very important aspect of communication skills. Then skills potential employers seek. What communication skills employers seek? We are writing on with an angle of with your professional work, right? So communication, written and verbal, both skills are required by the employer. Organization, obviously, teamwork, critical thinking, analytical skills. So how it helps you? It helps your career progression, allows you to speak concisely, builds better rapport with the customers, influences how you learn, right? Then enhances your professional image. Other benefits of effective communication. The most successful organizations understand that if they're able to be successful in today's business world, good communication at all levels is essential. Here is a useful mnemonic to remember the benefits you and your organization can achieve from effective communication. Stronger decision making and problem solving, upturn in productivity, convincing and compelling corporate materials, clearer, more streamlined workflow, sound business relationships, successful response ensured. So the ability to communicate effectively with clients, colleagues, and managers is essential whatever sector you work in. Good communication improves teams, inspires high performance, and enhances the workplace culture. Just remember, communication is a two-way process. So take notice of other people's verbal and non-verbal signals as well as your own. So by teaching yourself how to communicate more effectively, you'll interact in a more constructive, productive manner and making the workplace a positive and thriving environment. Good evening, Ankit. Guys, so if you were thinking about how important communication skills are, so it's better to write in a in a way that that intrigues the reader, right? So in those static topics, your grammar and vocabulary would play an important role, but that is what we have to see. If we choose a topic which is a bit technical, something you can relate to according to your ARD or ESI or anything that you've read in your current affairs, it would be better to write facts, data, statistics, reports. Got it, guys? So these were the essays that were given to you in the paper of 2020. Now, this was the reading comprehension passage, guys. Now, you had to read the passage and make a précis, and then you had to read the passage and answer 5 questions on the basis of this passage. Absolutely. So, guys, the passage I think was about addiction to mobile phones. So, this article was taken from the Times of India. So guys, that is why I always tell you to, to read editorials from newspapers, because, you learn the way an editor presents his views and you will be easy. It will be easy for you to understand that what needs to be done here. So this was the passage, guys. As you are attached to your mobile, as as attached to your mobile as you are to your kidneys. Free yourself from the digital obsession. Help is at hand. This is an intervention. Kindly put away a cell phone. Take a much needed break. You may smugly be in denial, but compulsive communicating, it has been established, is a serious addiction. So if your phone accompanies you from the boardroom to bedroom to bathroom, you may need to reassess your relationship with it. While studies across the world have been reasserting how cell phones dependency is a clear present and future danger, UK researchers have recently discovered another fact too. The Malays smartphone users suffer from anxiety and withdrawal symptoms when they do not receive any messages or updates. Many of us will identify with what the researchers found in common among the phone obsessed, phantom vibrations, that feeling of your cell phone ringing even when it isn't. Also, when stressed, people check their phones more often. When they find no new updates, their stress levels shoot up, and the study found. So this was all about, I think, your addiction with mobile phones. Guys, you want to if you want to read all these passages and all these essays, now we will provide you the PDF of this session in our Telegram group. You can join us. The link for our Telegram group is given in the description of the video. So there were some words which were given in bold, and you had to find the meanings of those words. And this was a short passage, not very long, but this is what your précis should look like. So you should start with the title, and précis has to be written in one paragraph. Title: A New Addiction, right? Which is apt according to the passage. So you whatever you have read in the passage, you should be able to describe that in your précis, but in your own words, right? So let's read the précis. What type of précis you should frame there? While you can experience impulse control problems with a laptop or desktop computer, the size and convenience of smartphones and tablets means that we can just take them about anywhere and gratify our compulsions at any time. In fact, most of us are rarely even more than 5 feet from our smartphones. Like the use of drugs and alcohol, they can trigger the release of brain chemical dopamine and alter your mood. You can also rapidly build up tolerance so that it takes more and more time in front of these screens to derive the same pleasurable reward. Heavy smartphone use can often be symptomatic of other underlying problems such as stress, anxiety, depression, or loneliness. At the same time, it can also exacerbate these problems. If you use your smartphones as a security blanket to relieve feelings of anxiety, loneliness, or awkwardness in social situations, for example, you will succeed only in cutting yourself off from further from other people around you. Staring at your phone will deny you the face-to-face interactions that can help you meaningfully connect you to others, alleviate anxiety, boost your mood. In other words, the remedy you are choosing for your anxiety, engaging with your smartphone, is actually making your anxiety worse. Can we add concept of big picture? Yes, Amisha, you can and you should. Let's say if he hasn't mentioned anything about India, so you can take up the topic and you can write on a global level. You can talk about the bigger picture. You can share your opinions on a global platform as well, and then you can come to Indian, Indian angle. So yes, you can. So you were talking about that particular communication essay. Of course, you can take the bigger picture, how communication improves, how it builds up confidence, how it engages people, and how it is a skill. It's not just a habit, or it's not just something that you learn on your own. It is a skill that has to be honed and developed over a period of time. So much could be written in that essay, Mission. So guys, this was the Prezi, and then let's read the questions that were given to you. So how to identify your addiction with mobile phones? You are addicted if you use it to flip through tweets, punch in messages, or browse the web while you are on the pot. You keep checking it, using it even in the midst of in midst of a face-to-face conversation. Your heart misses a beat when you step out and realize you have left your phone behind. Never mind that you are just going down to road buy groceries. You feel left out, low, or edgy if your phone is inactive or you are offline for hours. So this is how you can identify your addiction with mobile phones. Yes, you have to express in your own words, but you cannot add anything that is not given in the passage, but you have to rephrase the same the same passage in your own words. Your own words, yes, but it has to be a relaying or a rephrasing of the content of the passage. It should not be that what it was not even given in the passage and you are writing on your own, right? So it has to be based on the passage, but you have to write in your own words, right? So basically, if I say passage, if passage is the body, then Prezi is the soul, if you understand what I mean, right? Concise, brief, and conveying the same message which has been elaboratively conveyed through the passage. You have to elaborate the same message in your own words, but you have to keep to the premises of the passage. Correct? So this is that was question number 1. Then second question was, what do you understand by phantom vibration? So there was something mentioned in the passage. The phantom vibration is the feeling of your cell phone ringing even when it is not. You feel that, okay, it is ringing, I think somebody is calling me, but nobody is doing so. So that is called phantom vibration. Also, when stressed, people check their phones more often, and when they find no new updates, their stress levels shoot up. The study found one can identify phantom vibration if mobile flashes or buzzes. No matter what you're doing, you're instinctively reach for it and respond. You were on the phone when your spouse, child, friend, or parent said something important, and now you can't remember the details. That's what we call phantom vibration. Third was, what are the complex consequences of this addiction? Constantly checking your phone, there are causing restlessness, insomnia, anxiety, depression, so loneliness, lack of self-esteem. So you can elaborate on these points in your own words. Then there were 5 questions. How psychologists relate mobile addiction with other forms of addictions. They have found that the same associative learning pathways get triggered in our brain, which make other compulsive behaviors such as gambling or so addictive. The fact that our brain's insular cortex, which is associated with feelings of love and compassion, gets activated, points to how most of us start loving our phones as we do our spouse or family members. Also, similar to drugs or cigarette addiction, the feel-good neurotransmitter dopamine chemically drives this process. And then there were 4 words. The meaning of these had to be found. So clear was obvious, root was initial, wandering was unsettled, and triggered was to initiate. Right. So these were the 5 questions that were thrown at the students in the paper of 2020. And then you were given question number 4. Now guys, you very well know this time there are going to be 3 questions instead of 4. But still, let's say there is a chance that they may ask you to write a report or a letter. So we should also see how a letter is to be or a report is to be written. So you were given 3 topics. Either you had to write report on excursion with all itinerary details, or a formal letter to bank asking for a loan of 4 lakh rupees for renovating house, or letter to daughter who has recently gone to the UK to pursue PhD telling her importance of hard work and discipline. That was an informal letter, right? So most of the students chose a formal letter, but the problem was the word limit. That was very surprising for the students, because usually letter is asked for 150 words, but they asked for 250 words, and it was difficult for students to frame a letter on this. So let's see what could be a proper letter to be written. So you would start with sender's address, house number, this address, then separated by date, then receiver's address, the branch manager, Assam Gramin Vikas Bank, Jorat branch, Jorat. So this was written by a student, and you can see how he uses the condition to make to show the invigilator that I am well read. So regarding request for subsidy on house loan interest rate under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. See, so he has included that scheme launched by the government in his scenario, which was not mentioned about. Font size does not matter because with in the actual exam you would only have a dialog box. You've seen a dialog box, everyone, right, guys? You must have seen these chat forums, Quora, and everything. So when you're typing something, you see a chat dialog box. So in the actual paper, the interface will be like this. The question will be written on the top, and below that there would be a dialog box, and you would have to type your answer in that dialog box. In the top right corner, there will be a word counter, so which will keep on telling you how many words you have already written in that dialog box. And bottom right corner, there will be the timer, right? Essay present comprehension, yes, Govind, but still, they have mentioned 3 questions, so just be ready, just be prepared. It's better to be prepared than to be sorry. I always say that. Yes, Govind, I've read your comment, but still, let's just see what a letter should look like. So there are 3 paragraphs to be made in a letter: introduction, body, and conclusion. With due respect, as a customer of your bank, holding holding an account under number this letter has been written to request for housing loan under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Then he starts with the body: I'm a worker at Jorhat Tea Factory and I'm interested in availing housing loan under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana through your bank. I'm eligible for benefits under EWS scheme considering my annual income. I've attached my income certificate and EWS certificate issued by district administration in Annexure 1. I want to avail now. It seems like an informal letter because the student has written personal pronouns many times, which I always suggest you should not do. It's better to write in passive sentences, right? So, but still, let's read the letter. I want to avail housing loan under PMAY amounting 4 lakh rupees. I'm facing hardship in daily life due to dilapidated condition of my kacha house. The loan will be utilized to replace the present kacha house with new pakka house. A better house will add value to the living standards of my family. A safe and secure house will also help my children to study properly and secure a better future. I hereby request you to grant me the loan at the stipulated subsidized interest rate as per the benefits available for EWS category under PMAY. As an esteemed customer of your bank, I'm looking forward to your prompt action for processing my request for loan. The matter is for your kind perusal. Right. Thanking you, then your name, mobile number, email ID, then list of enclosures, Annexure 1, income certificate, and EWS certificate of Mr. This is this, copy of attested Aadhaar card validating details. No, you don't need to join typing classes. If you just see within 90 minutes, you have to write what? Somewhat around 900 words. So even if you write what 90 minutes, 900 words, that means 10 words per minute. I don't think 10 words per minute is too difficult a task, but still you need good speed because framing answers and reading comprehension passage, that takes a lot of time, right? Drafting takes time, so you should be well versed with your typing speed and how much you are able to type in one go. That is very important. Of course, Ayush, why not? Why can't a student from a correspondence college apply for RBI and NABARD? Everybody can apply. Whosoever is a graduate from a deemed university can apply for NABARD grade A, RBI grade A, grade B. Okay. All right, guys. So that was the paper that was given to the students in the year 2020. And guys, if you want a PDF of this session, you can join our Telegram group. The description of the link of which is given in the description of the video. Yes, percentage. Yes, you have to fulfill the conditions. Yes, Golu, that's true. So Ayush, you have to fulfill the qualifying conditions, but you can be from any university, be it regular or private or correspondence, correct? But it should be deemed university. All right, guys. So that was the session for today. What do you mean by regular degree? Yes, Ankit. Now, guys, I'm open to any doubts or any questions if you have. No, Ayush, regular, it's the same degree. Regular degree, that does not mean you have to be regularly present there. Correspondence degree is also a regular degree. That regular degree basically means you were enrolled in your course for a regular duration of time. That's what regular degree means. Got it? Yes, Ankit, I'm also of the opinion that they are going to increase the word limit as RBI did last year. So basically, guys, what I'm expecting, instead of 350, they would probably give you an essay for 400 or 450 words. So that's what I believe, because there are less number of questions this time. Press C, I also believe Previously there used to be one passage, same passage for Pressy and reading comprehension, but this time they are going to be two different passages. So essay for 4 or 450 words, then Pressy, that is also, I also believe that would be for not 120, it would not 150, it would be for 170 words. And third, reading comprehension, a big passage and not 3 questions, 5 questions on this, right? So that's what my prediction is, looking at the way they have changed the pattern of the exam. So you can expect a phase 1 exam in the end of August. Chitaboyna. So this is my assumption. So 450 words for your essay, 170 words for your RC, and the weightage would also change, 40, 30, 30. So 30 word for RC and 30 word for Pressy. For 5 questions for RC, that means every question would be for 6 marks. So that means you would have to write about 60 to at least 60 to 70 words per answer in reading comprehension. So 300, roughly around 300, 350 words for RC, 450 words for essay. That means 800 plus 170 for Pressy, that is 950, 970 words. So basically, guys, you would have to roughly type around 1000 words in 90 minutes this time. So I think it is high time you started preparing for your typing. So it's a good strategy. Every morning you can spare half an hour every morning, right? So get up every morning, take up the newspaper, read one editorial, sit down for 10 minutes, and then take 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, and draft your Pressy. Right, then we have in our course, we have given you 50 tentative essay topics that could be thrown at you this year. So take up any one of the essay topics, prepare facts, data for it, and in the evening, sit down for 20-25 minutes and type down your essay. So every day, if you type one Pressy and one essay, you would get into the habit of typing and typing well, and you would be able to finish off in time. And guys, in our courses, we have provided you 5 free full-length mock tests. You can take those with sample solution so that you can improve your descriptive English portion. And guys, I would also like to inform you very soon, probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I think tomorrow, we will be launching a descriptive English batch for evaluation as well. So we have finished batch 1 for descriptive English evaluation. We will be launching a batch 2 for descriptive English evaluation tomorrow. And guys, that would be really helpful for your descriptive English section. In this, we will be providing you your concept videos, sample answers, fodder material, practice material, tentative essay topics. Along with that, 2 full-length mock tests with evaluation, assessment, feedback, and one-on-one query taking. I'll be calling each and every one of you, whosoever takes part in that, in that course, and I'll be discussing each and everything with you individually, looking after your looking at your draft, what mistakes you are making and how to improve your score. So guys, right, yes, Sushmita, that is true. So I'm just saying that be ready, be ready for essay, Pressy, and RC. But NABARD is known for surprising and baffling students in the exam. So don't take everything for granted. Just start preparing for it slowly, and gradually you will get there, guys. How many essay practice should be done, Govind? There is no specific limit to that. You can practice thousands and you may not still get the same topic in the paper. But it's not about preparing for essay topics. It's about collecting facts, data, statistics, reports, and schemes. The more schemes, reports, data, facts, statistics you remember, the more versatile your presentation will be, and it will be very easy for you to prepare and frame your points in your essay. I'll give you an example. If you just remember this fact that even after 70 years of independence, more than 64% of the population, or 2/3 of the population, is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture sector, agrarian economy, right? But the contribution of agriculture sector to the GDP is only 14%. Which used to be 51% in the year 1949. So this is a dire situation for the country to be in, right? So I can use this fact in n number of essays. Any essay that is based on farmer, doubling farmers' income, or let's say farmers' protest, GDP, growth, agrarian economy, rural sector, rural economy. So guys, this is what we call smart work. Remember facts and data. So versatile that you can use them in any topic that could be that they could be stated for, right? Not YouTube, Ankit. It would be on our app, and that is not on YouTube. That would be an EduTap course, Ankit. All right. All right, guys. So enjoy your Sunday. Get some rest. I just wanted to share with you what I had with me, and I wanted you to start working towards this particular section, because in phase 2, this is going to be of equal weightage of ARD and ESI. ARD and ESI 100 marks. On other hand, descriptive English 100 marks. So if you score well in English, it would become very easy for you to crack the cutoff, guys. You know, because this is a simple logic. Everyone is preparing for ARD and ESI day and night, right? So basically, you cannot create a huge gap in ARD and ESI unless you're exceptionally, you're exceptionally prepared for it. But where you can create a huge gap, that is descriptive English, and I hope you agree with me on this, guys. Right? So that is definitely true that descriptive English is a game changer in phase 2, and I wish you all the success in life. I wish you be successful in your endeavors, and we are always there to help you and support you in your journey, guys. So guys, if you have any further queries, please feel free to contact us on this number 8146207241. Not today, probably tomorrow. Today is Sunday, it's closed. Or you can drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. Right? So thank you so much for joining in, guys. Have a great time ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on working hard towards your goal. So happy learning to all of you. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.